And when you're not afraid, when you only fear God, and when you have the perception and the intelligence to follow these things through to their logical conclusions, you see very transparently what's going on here, which is that this country's controlled by Jewish gangsters. Straight up, what else would you call it? The SPLC sent an email to my father today saying that because he helped me renovate an apartment that I own, that he's helping me spread my evil, racist views, trying to get him fired from his job. They're trying to put my address out there so people come and kill me. That's gangsterism because I identified who was really in control. SPLC is a $500 million organization run by Jews. ADL, same story. I mean, these people are trying to get anybody that goes against their authority killed, impoverished, ostracized, exiled, you name it. And a lot of people think that we can avoid this. A lot of people think that we can fix our country without ever admitting these difficult things or confronting these things or talking about them openly or without martyrs being made. But I am living proof that you cannot. You can't. Because I've been talking about it for the last 6 years. You can't really identify the problems in the country without fundamentally getting to the point that the country is run by people that don't love God. The country is run by people in the Jews that do not believe that Jesus Christ is God, and people that every Saturday on Shabbat, they break off the biggest piece of bread for the devil.
We've got the leading presidential contender for the Republican nomination in 2024 this holiday weekend having a nice Thanksgiving dinner with Kanye West, the rapper who just lost all of his corporate sponsorship deals when he started saying he was going to go DEFCON 3 on the Jews. The leading Republican presidential candidate, their last president, Donald Trump, just hosted Mr. West this weekend. And also this man for what was apparently a very nice Thanksgiving dinner at the former president's home.
When you look at these things like abortion, it's popular. People like abortion, hate it, but it's true. And you can thank the Jewish media for that. Abortion's popular. Sodomy's popular. Being gay is popular. Being a feminist is popular. Sex out of wedlock is popular. Contraceptives it's all popular. That's not to say it's good. That's not to say I like that. Popular means the people support it, which they do. And it sucks, and it is what it is, but that's why we need dictatorship. That's unironically why we need to get rid of all that. We need to take control of the media or take control of the government and force the people to believe what we believe.
That's why we need a dictatorship. Force people to believe what we believe. We need a dictatorship, unironically. So that clip is from People for the American Way. They have a project called Right Wing Watch, where they monitor and document what's going on the ultra-right, on the far-right fringe. And that's a great public service all of the time. I'll tell you, it becomes a fire alarm system for the whole country when someone from that fringe, someone from that far out on the political spectrum ends up having a Thanksgiving dinner with the Republican Party's leading candidate for president.
Here's the pathway. We have one more election where white people can make the decision. The white people got to make the right decision, and then Trump's got to get in there and never leave. That, to me, at this point, is a pathway. It's time to shut up, elect Trump one more time, and then stop having elections. We have got to talk about the fundamentals of our worldview and what it would look like to build a society based on our distinct worldview. It looks like a society where women don't have the right to vote. And it looks like a society where boys and girls get married as teenagers and start having kids, and they don't use birth control, and they don't use contraceptives, and they have big families and a high birth rate. And it looks like women wearing veils at church. And it looks like women not being in the workforce. Banning gay marriage is back on the menu. Banning sodomy is back on the menu. Banning contraceptives is back on the menu. And basically, we're having something like Taliban rule in America, in a good way. We're having something like a Catholic Taliban rule in America. Who cares? Enough with the Jim Crow stuff. Who cares? Oh, to drink out of a different water fountain. Big deal. Oh no, they had to go to a different school. Their water fountain in that famous picture was worse. Who cares? Grow up. Drink out of the water fountain. It's water. It's the same. And, even if it was bad, who cares? Who cares? It's better. It's better in general. We all agree.
It's better. It was better. Jim Crow, segregation, it was better. Almost all of that was posted by People for the American Way, their project Right Wing Watch, which monitors stuff like this on the far right, which is usually only of interest to people who study the far right, but it suddenly becomes totally relevant to everyone else in the country when a guy like that suddenly ends up invited to the home of the Republican Party's leading presidential candidate to have a private Thanksgiving dinner with him. That guy and former President Donald Trump. I should tell you, he is also a Holocaust denier. I'm not going to show you those clips of him denying the Holocaust, but they're there. He not only explicitly calls for the imposition of a dictatorship in this country, he's explicitly praised Hitler. He says Jewish people should not be allowed to participate in the U.S. government. And now he's having a nice private dinner with the man most likely to be the next Republican nominee for president of the United States. The reason groups like People for the American Way monitor guys like this and keep track of what they are saying and doing is not just because a guy like this might have an incidental effect someday on some real politician who interacts with them. No, the reason that it is worth keeping track of Holocaust-denying racist agitators who advocate race war and, I kid you not, burning women alive in America, the reason you monitor guys like that is not just because of their potential future impact someday on other people who have power. It's because of their power and because of the damage that they want to do. And guys like that, neo-Nazi agitators getting a big proverbial hug, getting a private audience with the Republican Party's likely next presidential nominee. Yes, sure, that reflects on that political candidate and on his party. But more importantly, it's great for the Nazis, right? It's a supercharging thing for them, for their perceived legitimacy, their reach, their ability to get their message out to people, to operate, to recruit, and to do what they want to do, which in this guy's case is turning the United States of America into a whites-only, no Jews allowed fascist homeland under a dictator who he would please like to be Donald Trump. It is hard to have regular, everyday, normal politics alongside this kind of politics too. But that's where we are. And the violent ultra-right will benefit greatly from this moment, whether or not any right-wing politicians do as well.
Nick Fuentes, I never heard of the guy, but he's a 24-year-old virgin who was one of those very fine people on both sides. And that wasn't a joke. In Charlottesville. He's one of these great replacement theory guys who says Jews and other minorities are trying to wipe out white culture. He's an election denier. He's an anti-vaxxer. He's all the bad things. But I think this, more than anything, sums this gentleman up.
What, people calling me gay because I've never had a girlfriend? I think if anything, it makes me less gay. Never having a girlfriend, never having sex with a woman, really makes you more heterosexual. Because honestly, dating women is gay. Having sex with women is gay. And having sex with men is gay. And it's all gay.
That was the Christmas episode, by the way. Fuentes made a statement today saying Trump didn't know who he was and he didn't mean to bring any negative attention. Look, you know it's a bad sign when Kanye is only the third most controversial person at your dinner table, okay?
So, yeah, my dad refused to allow us. My dad would not let us go. That was a common joke. We would be deciding where to go to eat. What are we going to get for dinner tonight? And it was a running joke that me and my sister would say, Applebee's. And my dad would say, no, we will never eat at Applebee's. So, yeah, so not in a million years she'd be caught dead. Go to some other place. Go to a different restaurant. Go to a local restaurant. There's no excuse because it's not even that cheap. It's like $20 an entree at those kinds of places. $15-20 an entree. I think. I don't know. I've never been. But from what I understand, it's not cheap. I don't know. Go somewhere else. Go to a cheap local restaurant. So yeah, no Applebee's, no Red Lobster. That is commonly known as black fare. And before me and my sister were born, my family had a saying about Olive Garden that contains the N-word that, we're not allowed to say, that my parents wouldn't say around me and my sister about Olive Garden, its relationship with black people. It contains a bad word, contains a naughty word in there, so I'm not going to repeat it here. But, but we don't eat there. Needless to say, we don't eat there.
Taxi.
How's it going? You're being very nice to your callers tonight, huh?
Yeah, well, it's Christmas, so.
I love that. It is Christmas. That's why I wanted you to bring me on, because I wanted to tell all your Groypers Merry Christmas and how much I love all of them, right?
Yeah, right. Well, yeah, thank you for the Christmas wishes. Very, very nice.
You're welcome. What do you want to talk about?
I don't know. What is there really to cover here? You got any hot takes lately? What do you think of that shooting in Oak Brook, huh?
Well, do you really want to talk about the shooting in Oak Brook?
Well, I want your take on it. We don't have to talk about the, I don't want.
You know my take on it. What flavor do you think that was? The shooting in Oak Brook, huh?
What do you mean by that, huh?
You know what I mean by that. Who do you think was responsible for the shooting in Oak Brook? What do you think happened?
Incel attack, maybe some kind of white extremism, Trump supporters.
No.
You don't think so?
Gang shooting. That's what was going on.
Huh.
So that's what happened. 3 innocent bystanders were hit in the process because some people got in a fight in the movie theater. Does that sound familiar?
Yeah. Who gets in fights in the movie theater? Who's
You tell me. Who gets in fights in the movie theater?
Probably the same people that are fighting everywhere else, like airports and malls and.
You think? Yeah.
Safari Land.
Yeah. So the whole mall locked down for hours. Can't get in or out. 3 innocent people hit in the crossfire, and no information on the shooters, and why do you think that is?
It's the Ann Coulter rule. The longer it takes for them to publicize the identity, the higher likelihood they're not white.
Yep. So that's what I think of the shooting in Oak Brook. Makes me sick to my stomach. I liked when he said chef and KFC in the same sentence. I'm sorry. Do chefs work at KFC?
Yeah, Chef Latanya.
Really?
Chef Letitia.
Yeah, he's like, Chef LaQuisha. He's like the chef at KFC. Chef at KFC. Anyways,
I love how you come in and you tell me, well, you're being, you act like you're not my mom,
I'm sorry.
Right? You come in and you're like, oh, it's good you're finally being nice for once. And then how long did that take before we're calling out blacks, you're calling out guys?
I'm sorry. You're right. I'm sorry. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Be
Where
nice
do I
this
get it?
Christmas.
Where do I get it?
I don't. I have no idea. You get it from your dad.
Yeah, that would be pleasant.
All right. Well, do you have anything else you want to talk to me about?
I think that's.
You think that covers it?
I think we covered it. Yeah, I think we did it.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I'll see you later, I guess.
All right, hon. Okay. Bye, everyone.
All right. Bye-bye. Thanks for the call. Merry Christmas.
You're welcome. Merry Christmas to you, hon. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye. Yeah, but we love her. We love her. Gotta love our moms. Yeah, Merry Christmas, Ma. See ya for Christmas Eve. Well, I'll see you when I go upstairs, I guess, if you're still awake. But thanks for the call. That's her first appearance. That's her first appearance in the universe. Hopefully she doesn't get canceled for that. Hopefully she doesn't get in trouble. But